Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're looking at something you probably have at home, maybe tucked away in a cabinet, Vaseline Original Healing Jelly.
Yeah, that iconic little jar.
Exactly. But we're not just going to glance at it. We're going deep. We want to really unpack what that label tells us, the story behind it.
Right. Our mission, if you like, is to get past just recognizing the name
Yeah.
and, truly understand this stuff.
And to do that, we've got the product label itself. That's our primary source.
Surprisingly informative, actually. And we've also got a bit of background info to help explain some of the terms, the jargon.
Okay, so why should you, our listener, stick with us for this?
Well, maybe you're curious about ingredients in general, like what you're putting on your skin.
Or maybe you just find it interesting how these everyday brands stick around for so long.
Yeah. Either way, we'll break it down, highlight the key bits so you feel properly informed by the end.
Sounds good. Okay, let's dive in. Vaseline Original Healing Jelly. It's been around, over 150 years?
Yeah, incredible staying power. And fundamentally, it's a brand name for petroleum jelly.
Its main jobs: healing dry skin, protecting little cuts, burns.
And just generally sealing in moisture. That's a big one.
But people use it for loads of other things too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chapped lips is a classic one. Cracked heels. Some people even use it for baby care. It's that gentle.
And you can find it pretty much anywhere.
Everywhere. Supermarkets, drugstores,
Yeah.
CVS, Walgreens.
Target, Walmart, Amazon, of course.
Uh,
It's ubiquitous.
Definitely.
Okay, let's look closely at that front label then. Vaseline, the brand.
Yeah.
Big and bold. Like you said, it's almost become the word for petroleum jelly.
It really has, yeah. Brand recognition like that is amazing.
Then underneath, original. What's that telling us?
Original basically means this is the first one, the classic formula. They haven't tweaked it much over the years.
So not like, Vaseline with aloe or something else. This is the baseline.
Exactly. Think of it like the original Coca-Cola recipe or something, the starting point.
Got it. Then healing jelly. Pretty descriptive.
Yeah, points right to the function. It's a jelly, and it helps heal.
And next to that, dermatologist recommended. That sounds important.
It does carry weight. It suggests that, a good number of skin doctors think it's a decent product.
Does it mean all dermatologists? Or just some?
The label doesn't specify exactly how many or which ones, but typically it implies fairly broad acceptance within the dermatology community, likely based on its long safety record and effectiveness for, protecting skin.
Okay, that builds some confidence. Then, very clearly, 100% white petrolatum.
The single ingredient, that's it.
Just one thing in the whole jar. And white, what does the white part signify?
White tells you it's been purified, highly refined. It's not the raw stuff. Think of it as a quality indicator.
Okay, purification. We'll come back to that. Then it's a skin protectant.
Right, so its role is protection, shielding the skin.
So how does it actually do that? Protect the skin. It feels so simple.
Well, the magic, if you can call it that, is that petrolatum creates a barrier, like a thin film over your skin.
Okay.
And this barrier, it stops water from evaporating away from your skin too quickly. It locks the moisture in.
Ah, I see. Keeps the good stuff in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it also provides a bit of a shield against minor irritants from the outside, like wind or cold, dry air.
Makes sense. Then the label boasts 3x purified, purity guaranteed. What's this 3x purified likely about?
It's just a multi-step cleaning process. Probably involves filtering, maybe other refining techniques. They don't spell it out, but emphasizing 3x implies it's, thorough.
More than just once, anyway.
Right. It's a marketing point, sure, but it's meant to signal quality control, removing impurities. And Purity Guaranteed hammers that home. It's an assurance.
So they're really stressing that this single ingredient is super clean and safe.
Precisely.
And finally, on the front, net WT13OZ 368G. Net weight. Why is that important?
Net weight is just the weight of the Vaseline itself. Not the jar, not the lid, just the product you're buying.
As opposed to growth weight, which would include the packaging.
Exactly. So net weight is what you use if you're comparing prices, like price per ounce or per gram. It tells you how much actual stuff you're getting.
Good to know. Wow, okay, so that label actually packs in quite a bit.
It really does.
Now, we keep saying petrolatum. Can we just clarify what that is? Because petroleum jelly sounds a bit industrial, maybe.
Yeah, I get that. It is derived from petroleum, which is crude oil. But, and this is key, it goes through extensive purification.
Yeah, purification again.
Right. That process transforms it into this semi-solid mixture of hydrocarbons, basically mineral oils and waxes. It's very stable, very inert.
And safe for skin. once purified.
Yes, the purification removes the potentially harmful components. The white petrolatum signifies that high level of refinement. Its key property for skin is being occlusive.
Occlusive meaning it forms that barrier we talked about.
Exactly. It blocks water loss extremely effectively.
Okay. And we mentioned skin protectant. Why is that protective function so valuable?
Well, our skin needs moisture to be healthy, flexible, and to function as our body's main barrier. By preventing that moisture loss, petrolatum helps maintain the skin's natural defenses.
So it helps the skin help itself, in a way.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Plus, that physical barrier shields it from minor irritants, like harsh weather, and creates a good environment for healing small scrapes or patches of dry, chapped skin.
And that 3x purified thing really ties back to making sure that barrier is safe, right?
Absolutely. Given where it comes from originally, emphasizing the purification reassures people that what they're putting on their skin, sometimes even on broken skin, is clean and free from harmful residues.
Okay. Now, before we break down the vocabulary, I found this slightly wild historical note.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, the inventor, Robert Cheeseborough, back in the 1800s, used to eat a spoonful of Vaseline every day.
Wow. Really? To prove it was safe.
Seems so, as a demonstration of its purity.
That's quite a marketing tactic. But, and this is crucial,
Oh, absolutely. Do not try that at home.
definitely not. It's for external use only. Our understanding of safety and what's okay to ingest has changed just a bit since the 1800s.
Understatement of the year. But it's a heck of a story about his confidence in the product.
It certainly is memorable. Shows his belief in that purification process, I suppose.
Okay, so let's quickly run through some of those key words from the label just to lock them in. Original, we said. First version, unchanged.
Yeah. Like the original Star Wars movie before the special editions, or maybe the original recipe for your grandma's cookies.
Gotcha. Then healing, helping something get healthy again.
Right. Like aloe vera is known for healing sunburns. Or, time can help with emotional healing, a healing cream for a cut.
Okay, jelly. A thick, soft, smooth substance.
Like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Or the texture of some face masks, maybe. Like a gel, but maybe thicker. Fruit jelly.
Dermatologist? That's straightforward. A skin doctor.
Yep. Someone you'd see for acne or weird mole. Or to get advice on skincare products.
Recommended. Suggested or advised.
Like, it's recommended you drink enough water. Or, I recommended this book to my friend. Doctors recommend sunscreen.
Then petrolatum, the key ingredient. Jelly from petroleum protects and heals.
Used in lots of lotions, lip balms, and obviously it's what Vaseline is. Helps with super dry skin.
Protectant, something that protects or shields.
Lip balm. Protects your lips from the cold. Sunscreen is a protectant against UV rays. A cover protects furniture.
Purified, made clean, unwanted stuff removed.
Like purified water for drinking. Or the purified air in an airplane cabin. Important for ingredients you put on your body.
And lastly, net weight, or net WT, the product weight without the packaging.
Right, so you know exactly how much cereal is in the box, not including the cardboard. Useful for comparing value.
Okay, so wrapping this up, after digging into this seemingly simple jar, what are the main takeaways?
Well, first, it's a classic for a reason. Over 150 years old, super simple formula, just that 100% purified white petrolatum.
And it's dermatologist recommended as a skin protectant.
Exactly, that simplicity is kind of its strength. But also, the label emphasizes that purification process. Quality matters, even with one ingredient.
And the label itself, if you actually read it, tells you a lot.
It really does.
Mm.
About what it is, what it does, how much you're getting.
So what's the bigger picture here? Why does understanding this matter long term?
I think it just empowers you,
Yeah.
Understanding what's in the products you use, even basic ones, helps you make better choices for yourself, for your skin.
And maybe appreciate the history or the science behind familiar things.
Yeah, adds a layer of interest, doesn't it? Instead of just taking it for granted.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. Vaseline is super simple, one ingredient, but has tons of uses, and this whole purification story makes you wonder.
What else is out there?
Right. What other basic everyday products might have surprising stories or hidden depths if we just, took a closer look at the label or their history?
Maybe next time you grab something off the shelf, you'll pause for a second.
Yeah. Give that label a second glance. You might be surprised.